Seeing the price of this car, it has me a bit confused. I mean, if they sell this in the United States for, say, this price, how does this actually work with US electric car incentives? Because it would make it in the minus. Honda have been losing market share. Their sales have been collapsing pretty much everywhere. And then they went and did this. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. 2023. The year of Honda's demise, or not so fast. Maybe they will actually do something compelling. This is, after all, quite compelling, especially when you compare this vehicle to what they've been doing, raising prices at an astronomical rate. Basically, Honda's like, well, you know, you're not making enough profit. Let's just raise the prices. And everyone's saying, well, yeah, your cars aren't that good, guys. We're not going to buy them anymore. And then Honda went and Honda went and released this electric car for, to be honest, a staggeringly cheap price. This thing is the best vehicle that Honda sell anywhere in the world when you consider value as the number one proposition. Or if you just think about it, the price and the fact this is actually electric mean Honda have kind of pulled a Houdini here. This thing is called the N-Van. It was actually introduced in 2018. It's Honda's commercial vehicle developed to meet the criteria of the key car segment. That means it's very small, but it's also very, very cheap. This workhorse is 3.4 meters long, that's 134 inches, and it's 1.5 meters wide, that's 58 inches, plus it's 1,950 millimeters tall, 77 inches tall. Wheelbase, 2.5 meters, or 99.2 inches. It's actually very roomy inside when you consider the exterior dimensions. In fact, just looking at the pictures here, this might be the most practical EV in the world when it comes to the actual interior space. Look how that front seat folds down. This thing has a mind-blowing amount of space considering the actual external dimensions. I love it. I love practical cars. That's one of the reasons I love what BYD did with the Dolphin, with EA1. It's got a tiny bonnet. The interior is really big. In fact, the interior is significantly bigger than Toyota Corolla. Toyota Corolla is a much bigger car. Toyota, what were you thinking? I don't know. I mean, even journalists criticize Toyota for the ridiculous size of the boot. It's a 230-litre boot. The boot in this thing is like literally 3 times the size. The car's way smaller. It's brilliant. It's genius. And so is the price, like I said. Have I mentioned the price? Have I mentioned the price? The price is, it's going to blow your mind. Just wait a second. Now, it's offered with a puny engine. It's got a very, very small engine. 0.7 litres engine. And you're probably thinking, what is the Electric Viking doing talking about this vehicle with a gasoline engine? He hates gasoline-powered engines. You'd be right. I do. I do hate gasoline-powered engines because, well, I've said all the reasons so many times. I'm sure you're sick of me saying it. But the thing is, Honda are making an electric version of this baby. It's coming out in 1 year. And considering this thing costs $7,000, the electric version is going to cost about $10,000. Well, you know what? I'm sold. Now, the N-Van, the electric version, will have 124 miles of range. That's 200 kilometers. And actually, I've just found out that I got the price wrong. The price is actually going to be $7,000 US. 7,000. That's ridiculous. You can get 4 of these for the price of one very well priced Chevy Bolt EV or EUV. 4. I mean, come on. Would you have 4 of these or one Bolt EUV? I mean, seriously. These are so cool. Come on. No. But in all seriousness, guys, I love it. For $7,000, this thing's brilliant. Imagine how many of these they could sell. These would sell so well in countries like Indonesia, right? Yeah, Indonesia, they would love these things. I think they sell really well in China. There's 1.3 billion people there. What about India? Another 1.4 billion. We just mentioned Southeast Asia. We're looking at more than half the world's population would love a car like this. Even if the price was even a little bit more expensive, even say $8,000 US, I think they could sell literally millions of these. So while Honda is massively losing market share worldwide because it keeps on increasing its prices, it just brought out probably the best value electric car in all of Japan. Now, Honda says this little electric van is versatile enough for both commercial and personal use. So they're going after those two markets. Shown by the Japanese automaker for reference is the inside. Now, this is for the gasoline-powered model. The electric version apparently will have even more interior cargo space. Now, that $7,000 price, it's actually $7,300, does include incentives in Japan, but the incentives are not huge. I think it's about $1,000 US. So what does that make it? $8,000 US. Still a bargain. Now, Mitsubishi have their own version of this, but it costs $17,000 US. I've got no idea how Honda is able to produce one of these for this price. Honestly, think about it, right? You're getting a decent amount of range. This would be such an awesome second car. I mean, a lot of families don't need a big car for a second car. This thing, you could fit whatever you wanted in it. You could take this thing down to your local hardware store, pack it all up. As you can see, you only need one seat up. You can put down the passenger seat beside you. I love it. Now, all you would need, I reckon, is to be able to actually flip that back window up and down. And you can actually stick long things out of this car. You know what? This could be my favorite electric car that I've seen over the past few months. Why do I say that? Well, you guys know, I love electric cars that I think are important for the general population. The average person around the world can't afford a $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 electric car. But this, my friends, this is what changes the world. And frankly, if Honda can make enough of these, hang on a minute. If Honda can make enough of these, do you really think that's going to happen? Unfortunately, no. Honda do not have a big electric car factory anywhere in the world. And as far as I know, they don't have any plans to make any for at least a few years. So, if Honda is still around in 2028, you never know. Maybe we'll see them making hundreds of thousands of this very affordable electric vehicle. And by then, batteries will be much cheaper. We'll be looking at sodium-ion, lithium-ion hybrid batteries, sodium-only batteries. Maybe the price will be even less. Who knows? Now, what I want to know is, what are your thoughts on one of these? Would you pay $7,000 for one of these as a second car? Now, imagine if they were selling these for $7,300 in the United States. How would that actually work? Would the government pay you $200 to buy one? I mean, think about it. The tax credit is $7,500. This costs $7,300. Does that mean the government owes you $200 if you buy one? I don't think it works that way, but if it did, that would be cool. Thanks for watching, my friends. Bye-bye.